Hi, let's start again. Hi, and welcome to the Peter H YouTube channel. I must apologise for the next 2 minutes of footage you're going to see, which have been muted. I had to for copyright, but the footage shows the general condition of the DTR 125 that I picked up, and it's terrible, but worth seeing. Hi. A broken bolt there. I'm just lifting this rubber holder off there. There's one that obviously goes there. So at this point you might be interested to know that the early DTR had a separate ignition control unit and a separate CDI unit, so effectively it had two CDIs that were mounted where you can see that rubber thing coming off. Well, they're hard to get now, so this whole bike is going to be fitted with sort of post 1990 parts like a Maikuni carburettor and a single CDI, which just meant some slight rewiring on the harness, but it had been mullered, the harness anyway. As it goes on, that might become more obvious. And I took this rubber grommet out of this hole here. It goes that way round with the small end facing in. You just squeeze it together and push it in. Some sort of grommet. I'll keep that. I don't want to spray over it. Just rubbing it down with normal sandpaper there. We've got another broken bolt in there. Kickstand bolts in here, the spring goes on there in that recess. This looks like there's a kickstand cut-off switch should go there, and wire come up there to the CDI, which is missing. Started to drill a little hole here, wash it out with some WD-40. Just careful drilling with a hand drill really. Make sure it's on drill mode and going the right way. them is fixed up. Now the swing arm relay, as stuck as can be, that is. This bolt here. Oh, the only way off a swing arm relay is the hacksaw. Right, I've got to look at what's coming out. This is the first part that I cut off, and then from the other end I cut off this bit, and we were able to get the swing arm relay out. So now I've just pressed this bit, which was the bit that was stuck. Now I think that's the sleeve with the bolt insert in it. You can just about see that that's a sleeve, and what we've got in there still stuck in there is a pair of roller bearings which are totally seized. So I'm going to have to cut those out because they're not pressing out, I don't think, and obviously this bit's stuck in there. That's how I got it. Anyway, so the important thing is to have a look at this and see if this sleeve is actually salvageable. I mean, this is a 14 quid part, and a bit at the other end is a sort of equally expensive. The swing arm relay got the old needle roller bearings out. They're even more knackered now than they were, and this is one of the oil seals that was in there. Okay, so we've got the new, a pair of these actually I've got to replace these, and these are the right ones. These are those, and they fit in here. So on order I've got a grease nipple that's going to go in there. I need to find out what size I need to thread that, but it goes right there, and these two leave a gap that can be greased, and these never got greased. There's no grease nipple there. In the garage I've got the collar that goes down here. Now I can see that the old diameter fits, just need to make sure the collar is the right size for this, and then I can just get those oil seals from Simply Bearings or whatever, and then this will be ready to go on the bike. Maybe file this down a little bit neater. It's a bit of a mess where it got hacksawed off, but it's finally, I think it needs a good clean, but the bushes in there are alright actually. Tried knocking them out, there's no point in knocking those out, they're only bushes. Put my start hole in. I'm going to go in there with a 3mm, well it's a 3.5mm drill. Then I'm going to drill it with a 5mm drill, and I'm going to tap it for the M6 grease nipple. Then I can finally get this thing sprayed, and we can begin to progress. So the upgrade is complete, and now just need to take off some of those pits that are inside there, press the bearings in. Let's check out my new YT 2015 bearings in there. Recessed, enough for the oil seals. Upgraded, sprayed. Just going to take these parts to pieces. Giving a rock wash for that. just got to tighten up this pair of nuts so that'll be rotating better. It is ready to fit on the bike. Subframe swing arm bar goes here, rear suspension there, and that goes back on the frame. So in here is the stuck union. This is the collar that fits inside there, and the union bolt, which is this. I had to hacksaw it off and it's stuck in there. That's how easily in and out the new one goes. There's a nipple down there, yeah, been painted over. Clean these P-clip holes. Oh, what's this? Broken thread. This one's been hammered in. Have to repair that. Look at this paint there. Unbelievable. It's big old paint. Check out. The bush here still in. More big old paint. Some drain hole. That one painted over. Nipple there painted over. Just had a bit of a prang here. I don't know if that's alright. Oh man. I have to do something about that. Clean these. Totally painted over. Can't even find out. Can't even find where to put my spanner. I'll have to come back to this one. Yeah. Well, here's one I removed earlier. Painted over. 8mm. That one should have come out, but I couldn't find where to screw it in. Ran out of paint, didn't I? So it probably comes up looking good in the photos, but you know, there's all bits. Here's a kickstand in the up position and in the down position. As yet no spring. But I had to put these bits on here to get so I wouldn't lose these bits. Okay, so I've just roughly installed the kickstand cutoff switch, and at the moment the switch would be up, so everything would be running. If I put the kickstand down while it's in gear, so my plunger has now gone in, and that would prevent the CDI from making a spark. There it is, keep your eye on the plunger, the kickstand goes up, the plunger comes out. So now all I've got to do is put a multimeter across there and check it out. Coming to these pegs now, and if I take this cotter pin out, this shaft comes out and the spring should come out, and I can give these a clean and give them a little spray and see how it goes. These are alright. I mean, I didn't actually try very hard with this because I thought actually this was broken. I actually thought There's a bit of spring retainer that's not in this one, but I have a feeling it shouldn't actually have one anyway. I didn't actually sand that one down very well. That one I thought was quite a good one. So I suppose I should express a video that shows how to fit this foot peg into that hole. And then the thing is, I can't do it one-handed. Okay, just got to put a washer on there and a new cotter pin, and that's nice. I didn't wait for this to dry properly. I thought this was broken, so the whole thing looks a bit shit, but it looks cleaner than it did. Alright, don't want to touch these too much because they were still tacky. I couldn't wait to get them on, but it's there is a matching pair of them, and they do work. They do actually line up, but you wouldn't be able to see that with this light. This is the part of the loom for the rear tail light and indicators. Actually, the dark green and the chocolate are part of the indicators, one for the left, one for the right. The blue wire with the red stripe is the rear brake light, and the yellow wire is the tail light. The two black wires are earths. So that is quite simple, but there's a lot of it missing, and next you need to discover what lies behind here. These are blue. Well, we'll get to the bottom of this. We can start to label this now anyway. Just have to remember to check the torque settings of the bolt that's down there. The bolt that holds in the union bolt needs the torque setting. So I've knocked the old bearings out of headstock. This is the connector to the regulator, and we just reconnected those two red wires into a single red wire. So that should effectively plug straight into the regulator, which, as you know, will convert the AC input from this red and yellow to the DC output of this red, or at least something like that. Well, I hope you enjoyed the first instalment of this nostalgia trip for me. I've got a tripod now, yeah, so the videos are probably going to get a little bit better, although this whole project was filmed without a tripod, so you'll just have to forgive me that, I hope.